What's going on, everyone? It's John here from Hot Take Hockey to give you my opening night lineup prediction for the Arizona Coyotes for the 2019-2020 season. So if you are here, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. I'm going to give you my forward group, defense group, and goaltending for the Arizona Coyotes. So if you're a Coyotes fan or just a hockey fan in general, do subscribe, support this growing hockey community, and let's get right into the forward group. So the forward group for the Arizona Coyotes: Clayton Keller, Derek Stepan, and Phil Kessel for the top line. I really see this going down, if not for opening night, for most of the season, because you look at Phil Kessel and what you're acquiring. And Phil Kessel, yes, he's a goal scorer, but he has put up points from both sides of the offense, whether it's setting up Evgeny Malkin. As much of the issues that they had between the two, you can't deny the chemistry they had at one point. Him playing with guys like Nick Bonino, Carl Hagelin in the playoffs. Phil Kessel does find success and chemistry very well with his teammates, and I think Phil Kessel, along with Derek Stepan, a vet, can help Clayton Keller get his game back for this upcoming season. He had one bad year, and we all know Clayton Keller's potential and what he can become. I think that would be a very stacked top line. I could see a scenario where Keller's on the second line playing with Nick Schmaltz, but let's look at the second line of Nick Schmaltz, Christian Dvorak, and Hinostroza. So Hinostroza had a really good year, 39 points. You couldn't have expected much more than that from this guy. I see him jumping into the top 6 for this upcoming season with Nick Schmaltz and Christian Dvorak. Yes, Dvorak is probably more comfortable playing the center role, but I do see him playing on the left wing in a bigger role beside Nick Schmaltz. We're hoping Nick Schmaltz has a full year and he can stay healthy. The third line, one of the newer additions, Carl Soderberg, a vet, with Connor Garland, who had a very good year as well. He played about half the season. And Michael Grabner. I think what we're seeing from Grabner is just continuous speed from him. Maybe other parts of his game are going away, but his speed has just always been there. And I think Grabner, you've got to have him on the third line. He's going to be on the penalty kill. Honestly, could even possibly be on the second power play unit, but I think with a guy like Phil Kessel coming in, and I think with a guy like Garland, who actually found some success in the power play last year. And then your fourth line of Lawson Krause, Brad Richardson, and Christian Fischer. You know what? Lawson Krause, I thought that was one of the biggest low-key steals of the offseason. 3 years, $1.5 million. I love that signing for the Arizona Coyotes. He's big. He still has a lot of potential. Yes, he might start the year on the fourth line, but he could get bigger roles as the season goes on, whether it's injuries or just performance. We know Brad Richardson's veteran presence, face-off percentage, and then Christian Fischer's another guy that could, as the year goes on, get a bigger role. He still has potential. Let's move on to the defense group. So Ekman Larsson, Jason Demers, you know what? They played together last year, and I think Ekman Larsson does need to improve his defensive game a little more, but we know Ekman Larsson is the top 20, top 25 defenseman. His offensive ability, his presence throughout the ice, his breakout ability. I really like Ekman Larsson. Obviously, there's some concerns for the Arizona Coyotes in general, but I think what they have done from defense and goaltending, from what they have had to build with, is really impressive. If you look at their goaltending on paper, Antti Raanta and Darcy Kemper, that is not star quality there, but Darcy Kemper stepped up when Antti Raanta went down, and even with the defense, I think that you have guys like Goligoski and Osterley on the bottom pair. I really like that for the Coyotes. Second pair, Jake Chikrin and Hjalmarsson. I really love the top 6 for the Arizona Coyotes. Jason Demers at one point, when he was bouncing from Florida and San Jose, wasn't considered a hot commodity, but you know what? I think he'll be in the top 4 for the Arizona Coyotes. And if I'm looking at one guy that could be traded and maybe get a little bit of a return at a cheaper cap hit, would be Goligoski. The Coyotes are right against the cap. Maybe they're comfortable to trade Goligoski if they feel they're comfortable with their top 4 and they could get a guy at a much cheaper cap hit to fit on the bottom pair. So let me know what you guys think about my lineup predictions. I like what I see on paper, but I think they still have a ways to go. I would have them as maybe a fringe playoff team. Obviously, you guys have to wait for my predictions, but thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, drop a like, comment your thoughts. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.